Okay, as a final note, since you can't actually create instances of either of these classes because they have one pure virtual function in it, I don't know in practice why you would ever want to do that. Certainly not with multiple layers of inheritance, because you know, I can see having a base class kind of like that because I can understand the convenience. Um, but having a secondary class, again, maybe if you got some kind of big hierarchy, and again you want pointers that are of this type that are able to access, you know, further. I mean, because there could be like 10 inherited classes, a chain of 10 10 inherited classes, based. You could have one based on laser, and then one based on, phaser, and then railgun, and whatever else. Even though we're talking about boats, but fuck it, you name boats anything, right? But the fact of the matter is that I don't know why you'd ever want to really actually do this, because in practice, you kind of create functions, for useful purposes, right? And then later on, you derive things off that and say, well, let's inherit some properties from this function. Well, you wouldn't want to put a virtual function in there. You couldn't access the damn thing anymore. So, you sure as fuck want to avoid that. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And maybe the problem might be that it doesn't have its own version of model defined in it. I mean, I don't know. Because remember, this is actually just feeding through clear to this, whereas this, is feeding through to that too. It may not be because of this virtual function. And I could go ahead and comment that out, and let's see what happens, because that's still not a problem. So let's see if we can access the sailboat class now and instantiate that. Let me try running it first just to see what happens. Sometimes errors pop up that don't show up when you try to run things. Oh, well, that's weird. What? It didn't do anything. The whole thing fell apart. Really? Yeah, the whole fucking thing fell apart just from doing that. Huh. That's surprising. Why the fuck would the whole thing fall apart? Just from commenting that out. Huh. Yeah, that's really weird. So basically, if we didn't have a virtual function, a pure virtual function in here, it doesn't allow you to inherit anything from it. Because remember, all of our examples were pretty much based on, the first one was based on laser. So basically, it's not creating a laser class. It's not giving me any errors. But, huh. Well, hold on a minute. Maybe there's just something wrong with this program. This fucking Microsoft thing. Yeah, there's something wrong with this. Yeah, this shit's not working right for some reason. They got another goddamn bug in their software. That's hard to fucking believe. Yeah, I was not doing anything. Fucking son of a bitch. Yeah, something has gone seriously goofy with this fucking goddamn Visual Studio. Now it's giving me some kind of freaky errors that have nothing to do with my program. This is exactly how we had it defined originally. Virtual void, that's void. Pure virtual function. Well, like I said, I can't run it. I'm going to have to close this motherfucker down. I'm going to have to fucking report this as a fucking bug or some shit. Yeah, I mean, son of a bitch, that didn't help even closing this damn thing down. I guess I'm going to reboot my computer, You better it corrupted the fucking libraries because I tried that? Are you shitting me? Doesn't do any good to copy it to a new project either. There is nothing goddamn wrong, nothing wrong with this file at all. It's pretty much as if it's originally typed in, and now it won't work. Unbelievable. Funny thing is, it still runs this one okay. That's abstract data class, abstract data type galore. Okay, weird. Now it's working. Huh. Only thing I did was delete this destructor here. I don't think that would cause a problem. Huh. It does. I mean, I don't know if this... I think it was originally commented out. I can see why. That's all I did is re-comment it. So that's strange. I mean, for some reason you can't create a destructor in it. You know, it's got a constructor, but you can't create a destructor in it? That's really peculiar. See, now it works. Anyway, I don't know, chalk that up to a mystery. Another good reason not to use these things. Okay, what I was trying to do is I was trying to see if we could, you know, create an instance of this without a virtual function in it. Let's try to run it and see if it works. Okay, that still works. Yeah, but it was weird how that was doing it. At first it was, you know, running a window there with nothing in it, and then it started giving me these errors. So, but anyway, I should be able to create a new sailboat now. But no, it still won't let me do that. Okay, it's probably because it's passing through a virtual function. You know, that'd be my only guess. In other words, it's not defining a virtual function. So that's why I can't instantiate it. And of course I can't instantiate the base class either. Just to rule that out as a, you know, possible culprit. Yeah, so basically you can't instantiate anything either that has a pure virtual function in it or that passes one through it. So that proves that little tidbit. So, because otherwise, you know, you'd think, hey, well, there's no, you know, these are defined, okay, I should be able to access them. Well, no, you can't because it's passing a virtual function through it. So, without defining it. So, you know, you must define it in any object you want to use. But again, those pure virtual functions are pretty, I don't know, they have some pretty fucked up requirements. You know, you better really need to use them. Anyway, that concludes it for my follow-up. Let me try to run this, make sure it still runs. Okay, yeah, it does. Alright.